What is going on, YouTube and Yacht Squad? And we are back, and this is the last upload for today. Praise God. All right, all right. So this is episode 4, season 5 of Belle Collective. We pick up where we left off. Tisha wants to know the plan. Um, because it's like you did this. What about insurance? What about this? Your investments, your 401k and everything is tied up over there. Now, I say all of that to say this again, not trying to kick nobody while they're down, but let me try to put because I need some clarification. So you were ready and willing to divorce this man, right? Okay. You have your own business and whatnot. Okay, all right. You're talking about all of this elevation and everything else that you are doing, right? So my question would be, especially with you knowing that your husband is philandering and everything else, so you didn't have this already planned out because again, I mean, I guess I can no, because I know again I don't know how marriage works when it comes to that particular thing in terms of insurance and everything. Because I would like to think that if they were to get divorced, Josh would still be on his insurance. I don't think that Letitia still would because they're no longer married. So I'm wondering, like, you didn't have none of these things considered prior to, because what were you going to do if y'all got divorced? And let me keep it a bug. I'm not coming down on her for, depending on her husband for her what you call it, her insurance. By no means. No means, because one thing that I'm gonna say is for those who make money moves, some money moves just make sense. Where you got people out here trying to live and look a certain way where they pretty much you just don't know it because of the glitz. But you have some people that are making more money conscious decisions where they may not look like they have money, but they probably have more than you really know because of the fact, like me personally, like I said, I live in Chicago. If I were to drive to work, because like I said, I don't have a whip at the moment. But if I were to drive to work, that's a 7 to 10 minute drive. And if not, that's anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes if I take the bus or the train. And both of those are right next to each other. Only thing is the train is faster because it's only 2 stops rather than the bus making several stops along the way. Then I just gotta finish walking about another 7 minutes. But still, what I'm saying is all of that. But because I'm a veteran, I have we have a Ventra card here in Chicago. So I have a military service pass where I can ride the CTA, Chicago Transit Authority, our bus and train system. I can ride that for free. So yeah, at some point I'm gonna get another whip. But for me and what it is that I'm aspiring to do, yeah, right now another car, no showings, gas, not really worth it, especially if just for a real quick bing bing to and from work, because I don't really go nowhere. I don't really do anything. So for me, I am making a, conscious decision where I have my funds going in other places, building money, doing other things. So yeah, okay, oh ha ha, y'all riding the bus, yeah, but I'm not sitting here scratching and surviving like people out here, trying to portray something else. So I'm not trying to come down on Tisha in that aspect. But what I am saying is, you keep saying how you're elevating, how you're doing this and doing that and all this other stuff. You were ready to divorce him not that long ago, even though I don't think she was ready to divorce him. So, did you not have any of this thought of? That's all that I'm thinking. And then she lets him know that just that morning, she had a mammogram done, and there's something there. So now she has to go back and do a another diagnostic mammogram, and she is just so hurt to Charlotte, just like she don't want to talk to him, like let's just get out of here. And I know what she's saying, where is, yeah, now I have to go, we don't have insurance, this is probably gonna cost a lot. And one thing about the medical system is a lot of the times their check, it's almost like going to get your car checked and whatnot. You only went in for one thing, but they want to run all these tests and do all this other stuff, especially if you got showings. And even if you don't, they're still going to run a whole lot of tests and whatnot that are it's just going to rack up a bill because they know that they're going to get paid. So for her is yeah, now really got to come out of pocket for this. So hopefully it works for him. So then we get Latrice and Mama Gloria at a batting cage. You know, they talk about the restaurant, and Latrice is, what did I say? Oh, pouring a lot into Cliff's businesses, and whatnot. And they're doing a whole lot of arguing where she feels like she's doing more poor than he is. Her mom wants her to slow down because she's doing too much. Because again, if she don't slow down, life is gonna slow her down, and we don't want life to slow any of us down. And says that she needs to talk to her husband because she doesn't want Latrice to get burned out. And then, we found out that her mom that went back to work after being thrown a retirement party because she did retire, but because, the brother's busy, she's busy, excuse me, and she just by herself. Well, she don't like being by herself, being alone, so she went back to work. And the tree is like, well, who does that? Well, obviously your mama did. Hell, she bored. Leave it alone. She grown. So we get Tamara, Damon, and Baby London. Baby London is cute. She is super protective of her child. Damon wanted to give her London ice cream, and Tamara says that she's too young, and Damon says he had liquor in his bottle when he was a baby. That was to put him to sleep, and you had Tamara look at him like, I know you lying, and I have heard that some parents have put, I think, bourbon on a baby's gums, when they're teething and whatnot. And again, different time. If y'all look up pictures from the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, I even saw one of a little kid smoking a cigarette. Probably all of what, 4 or 5. I remember I might have been all of maybe 6 or 7. My mom hates when I tell this story. But I was sitting on my granddad's lap. He had something brown in a cup. I don't know what it is. And again, I'm being a kid like, Granddad, can I have some? I should have known from his response. All he said is, you sure? I should have known from that right there. Yeah, you probably don't want to drink this, baby. When I tell you I drunk that and it burned going all the way down and I ran off, and all my granddad said is I asked him if he was sure. So look, been there, done that. But Tab looking at him like, sir, no. No, not doing this. And she had even said that she never knew that, she would worry like this. And Damon asked, what is she going to do then? When it's time for the baby to go daycare, what, you gonna be sitting there in daycare every day, all day? She's like, no, so, but she did say that it's going to take time. So there's that. So you talk about the B-Day party and what happened. Tamara says, she and Marie had nothing to say to each other, and Tisha wants them to heal. Damon feels that it's good because black women need to be able to depend on each other, and he encourages her to, go ahead and mend that. And she says it's going to take time. So that's cool. That's cute. At the same exact time, though, I'm Team Tamara because you not finna sit here and meet with somebody that did me dirty. And if we're supposed to have this friendship, whether it be a brotherhood or a sisterhood, and you go reach out to somebody that has abused me, did me dirty, and then you want to bring that back to me and think that I'm supposed to be okay, who does that? Oh hell no! That's F you forever. Okay, forever ever. So then we get Stars B-Day shower. Tamara shows up 19 minutes late. Latrice is 38 minutes late. It's nice, it's cool, it's cute. I've been to a couple. I didn't see them give any baby shower gifts though. But it was nice, it was cool, it's cute. And we found out that JJ's family was there. So his father, stepmother, cousins and whatnot. But JJ wasn't there. And that I was just like, oh, I kind of felt a way about that because I get protecting your peace and not trying to be in a crazy situation. And I again, me and issues with relatives and whatnot. I've been in situations where I don't want to be in a certain space, but is what, today ain't about me. It's about this person, and having it to where if things start going left, I know I have my exit plan and I can get it out. I can get out of here before I say and do something because I will set it off. And again, this day ain't about me and whomever I have issues with. I'm not trying to make it about us. So he could have went there for his daughter. And if things started to get crazy, he could have left. But Star pretty much said I kind of knew he wasn't going to come. So that's sad. We get JJ and Gucci, and JJ chose not to go because he doesn't want to be around bad energy. So we find out this was his decision, right? Gucci admits to, pressing charges on Selena because she was embarrassed, right? And I'm just sitting there like, I can appreciate that you said that. Where it's for no other reason than you felt embarrassed for something that you started, and I guess she kind of got her butt handed to her. Now her legal team says to her it's okay if she wants to have a conversation with Selena one on one. That there's a way they can go about doing it where it doesn't violate the no contact order. And I'm guessing like if that's the reason for them having contact, that it would be okay. And JJ feels if he ain't fooling with Selena, Gucci don't need to either. And Gucci asks, okay, is it okay if I at least start the healing process with Star? And hopefully, as time goes on, it can extend to Selena. And JJ is happy and, loves that about his wife. He's like, I know I picked a good one because you really want to work it out with my daughters, which is good. But, bro, you need to work it out with your daughters. But that ain't my business. So Letitia and her father, Don, they go putt golf. She talks to her dad about, the bombshell that Glenn dropped, and he's shocked that he made this decision, not necessarily without consulting her, but without having a legit plan. And I get some entrepreneurs feeling they have to do it, and sometimes you may be in a worse situation to where you know what, I just gotta leave, I just gotta go. But not having a concrete plan, because he said nothing about a business plan, how things are going to be funded, the this, the that, and the shebang. And you have a lot of people that they start as an entrepreneur while they're still working their 9 to 5. And here's something that I was always told: is you don't quit your 9 to 5 until your side hustle is generating how much you need to sustain. So if you need, let's just say $2,000 a month to sustain your life, that means that your side hustle needs to be bringing in, what is it? Not gross, but $2,000 net. When it's doing that, then you can comfortably leave your other job, but also pending that you have the medical and all the other stuff tied in. But that's when you should make that jump. I'm just glad he didn't say he wanted to do it because he wanted to, have a career in music. So there's that. And Tisha shares, her upcoming appointment, and she begins to cry because again, that whole type of thing. It's always a possibility that it could be breast cancer and whatnot, and praying and hoping and praying that that is definitely not the case. Her father hugs her, encourages her, and we just gonna see how this goes. And she feels that this brunch trip that she's having in New Orleans should help, inspire her and Glenn being around other entrepreneurs, hopefully. So now we get to the improv class. Now, we hear that if Selena comes, then Gucci will have to leave because of the no contact order. Because you had what's her name? Letitia saying that Latrice is coming, and pretty much she's been bringing a plus one, which is Selena, and that's the way of saying, hey, she's a part of the cast without saying she's a part of the cast almost. And Guccio thing is, yeah, I wish I would have known like before getting here, but if she comes out, I have to leave. Like she's like, well, she's my ride, so she leave, I gotta go. Tisha says that as a collective, they have to be able to move forward. Gucci says it's easy to say that from where you are because you're not in my situation, and she's absolutely right. Even though objectively we may have opinions, it's not until you're actually walking in the shoes and you're in the situation that you can understand. But at the same exact time, Gucci, You spearheaded this, so you made the bed, baby. Okay, gotta walk in them shoes. Wrong one. I'm thinking about a song right now. You made the beds, you gotta sleep in it. I'm sitting here thinking about be careful with Sparkle if the shoe fits. Don't ask me why. Mind your business. So they do improv, so they have to, pretty much pretend to be one of the other girls, and the rest of the team has to figure it out. Because there's no malice there, they're doing it. It's real lighthearted. It's fun. Latrice comes in with Antoinette. A lot of them are stunned that she is there. They encourage Antoinette to participate. She says that she really doesn't have anything nice to really say or contribute, but she'll do it anyway. For me, that would have been it. Like, no, don't do it. Then she does a real dry reenactment. I honestly feel like it was just a reenactment of Letitia wanting to do the Fair Street thing, but Akeisha felt hit in her spirit. And she's like, are you doing both of us? And then, Antoinette just, does a bow. And I'm just like, okay, here we go. So all I can say is here we go. Um, Let me see. Right. So Latrice does Marie, and again, there's some stank on it because she don't like Marie. Selena walks in, doesn't really say anything, and that's because like the girls were doing almost like a stretching type of exercise. When Gucci sees her, Gucci pretty much gets her stuff to leave. Akeisha goes behind her. Letitia is able to convince Gucci to come back for just 15 minutes. Just hear her out. And she like, you can even run a timer. Once the 15 minutes is up, you can leave. So she wants them to figure out how can they come back together. Antoinette wants to offer her opinion. Letitia says, you haven't been here. Antoinette rebuttals and says she's been here since the beginning, and that the collective does not support the collective. We started attacking each other, and I couldn't deal with it because pretty much was going to affect my brand, and I left. But again, with how she was acting on this show, how messy she was being on this show, who she brought with her on this show, you mean to tell me that wasn't affecting your brand either? Now again, getting off this show probably the best thing so she could build set brand. But yeah, don't act like you were just like not with the ish because you were. So where am I? Where am I? See, I lost my notes. Hold on now. So then Letitia wants to know what it would take for them to get back good. Tamara says trust. It's hard when you've been stabbed in the back. Marie says she just celebrated a victory and I can't be around any negative mess. Get it, got it, good. But yeah, Marie, you started that mess with Tamara. I'm just saying, like, yeah. Letitia says that they have to fix this, or there is no Belle collector, and she yells it, and they all kind of look at her like, "Girl, you doing the absolute most." Like I said, production had to talk to this woman. Marie stands up to leave. She said because she has the most to lose out of everybody. I know the whole room gasped because it's like you guys would say what? Arguably, I probably would say that she does. Arguably. But again, I can't quantify what everybody in there does, so I can't say yay or nay. And then you have Letitia trying to calm her, so she says, "Okay, if I hear somebody say one more negative thing, I'm leaving." Now Tisha says that's your problem, and that's why you and Latrice don't get along. Latrice says she doesn't go back and forth with someone who is less than her. And it kind of ends from there, and I'm just like, oh Lord, it's up and it's stuck. So we gonna have to see tomorrow what it is and what it do. And like I said, I'm gonna try to be better when it comes to reviews and whatnot, trying to get it out in a much more timely fashion. So yeah, y'all should get the review Friday, not Friday, Saturday, because I still have to go into work tomorrow. So yar, there's that. So yeah, that is all that I have. Again, hopefully you all have a great, fantastic, safe, blessed, and prosperous Thanksgiving. Make sure y'all eat some good food. Don't get too full. Don't drink too much. And yeah, I will see you all not only for the next review, which will be episode 5 of this series, but also for Potomac and the Whether You Like It or Not panel and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I will see you all later. All right. Peace.